Officer Nick Birco, a 5-year veteran of this department, an ex-Marine, and a Persian Gulf veteran, was killed due to the actions of a recidivist felon whose rap sheet defies belief. Do we hear politicians and some media people asking how in the world a person with a criminal history such as Mr. Petrilli could possibly be on the streets? No, we don't hear that. Do we have the written media asking questions like, how could a 19-year-old man with 2 pending felony charges and a motion to revoke issued by the district attorney's office possibly be on the streets of San Francisco? No, we don't hear that either. Instead, we have media people questioning the validity of the pursuit, as if that was the important issue here. We have people questioning the actions of Officer Birco rather than the actions of a person who just committed an armed robbery. Does Supervisor Amiano want to know why this person's on the street? No, Supervisor Amiano wants to know why we chase people. Maybe we shouldn't chase people. Maybe we should sit in our stations like the firefighters do, and we'll just respond when people call us. Maybe that's what the city of San Francisco wants. I don't think so. Let me say this here and now. Officer Birco did nothing wrong in the pursuit, and that will be brought out when the investigation is complete. To take a shot at this guy in the paper for his actions in a pursuit before he's even laid to rest is absolutely despicable. But it shouldn't surprise us at this point in lieu of the paper the main daily in this city puts out every day. What a bunch of crap. We live in this environment as police officers every day of our lives. We accept it. We accept the responsibility that's put upon us, and we're willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for the people of this city. But we're no longer going to have the finger pointed at us when the finger should be pointed directly at the criminal who was responsible for the death of Officer Birco, and to a criminal justice system that once again has failed this police department and failed the citizens of San Francisco. They must also accept responsibility for the death of Officer Birco. We're doing our job, and I assure you that I'm going to find out who the judge was in every single case that Mr. Petrilli was in front of the courts as a suspect. And I will find out why this piece of garbage was not incarcerated and is not incarcerated as we speak, because if he was where he was supposed to be, Officer Birco would be alive. I owe that to Nick Birco, I owe that to my officers, and I owe that to the Birco family. Any questions?
What about the DA not charging, dismissing charges, etc. on Mr. Petrilli's side?
I will say that I've talked to Russ Giantini, the #2 man at the DA's office today. Mr. Giantini went over each case with me, and I am satisfied that in these particular cases, the majority of the blame lies with the judges. Bail has been issued on numerous occasions for this guy. Motions to revoke have been issued by the DA's office, and they would not remand this guy into custody. And this guy should have been remanded into custody a long time ago. But no, he's out there, and now we have a dead cop, and we have the media not blaming the guy who did it. We have the media blaming the cops and whether or not they had the right to pursue this guy or the right to go after a guy who just committed a 211, which is a robbery. It's ridiculous.
But doesn't he have the right to bail?
Oh, sure, he's got the right to bail, but I think when you bail once and then 3 weeks later you are caught for another crime and you bail again, and then when you are you do not respond to a motion to revoke your probation, you fail to appear, and then 4 months later when you go to court, rather than the judge revoking you, remanding you into custody, the judge says, oh, well, what the heck, you know, we know you didn't show up on the motion to revoke, and we know you have 2 felonies pending, but we're going to let you go again. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And I don't know who the judges were, but I guarantee you I'm going to find out, and we're going to go after these judges in the next election. I guarantee you this has gone far enough.
So it's at the discretion of the judges is what you're saying?
Everything's at the discretion of the judges, and I've said for a long time that they seem to be the unaccountable people in the criminal justice system. We're held to a certain standard, the DA's held to a certain standard, and every day those judges sit up there and they make, in my opinion, ridiculous rulings with regards to letting these people walk the streets, and they have no accountability and no responsibility. And I'm going to find out this time, because one of our cops is dead, who's to blame for this. And I'm going to find out who the judges were and why this happened.
Captain Cashman just told us that he was going to file first-degree murder charges against these 4. What do you think that's going to end up?
I think that the DA will pursue murder charges. I think murder charges are appropriate. I don't know all the details of the case. I don't know who the driver of the vehicle was. These people had obviously, and I think the facts will show eventually, that these people had committed armed robbery. The cops were well within their rights to pursue. I would like to think that the people of San Francisco would like us to pursue these people. Armed felons with guns, robbing people. If you don't want us to chase them, okay, we won't chase them. But I kind of thought that's what our job was. And a cop died because of it, and because this guy's on the streets.
Gary, you